Good morning. So we begin again. Day 3. I've got a full day ahead of me. I've just walked past the assembly rooms here in not so sunny Edinburgh, which is interesting because it's actually a COVID centre rather than a venue for the Fringe this year. But times we live in, it's very windy, it's pretty cold this morning, or fresh I think is the Scottish terminology that we would use. As I walk along here along George Street, a part of Edinburgh that would normally be filled with venues but has nothing that I have come across and nothing that I believe is here that is to do with the Fringe, showing once again just exactly where we are in the context of the Fringe coming back, but not being yet the monster that it was before, giving us an opportunity to reflect and indeed think about what it is that we want it to be in the future. No doubt you can hear just exactly how windy it is, so I'm going to take my mask off because I'm outside. So today I'm going to beat the multi-story, I'm going to beat the Dragonfly, which are venues that up until this year I hadn't visited before. Obviously if you're following any of the reviews that I've done, you'll know that I've been to the multi-story. There's plenty of excitement this year in terms of online stuff and certainly a lot of media contacts getting in contact with us at Fringe Review in order to do reviews for online stuff, which is absolutely fine, great. I'm going to be looking at a couple of them today whilst I'm pausing between shows. And again I'll finish tonight about 9 o'clock, allowing me to go and get the train and be back tucked up in my bed before 11, which is very new. Well, new for this year. It wasn't new the last time I was here, so it's a kind of different kind of feel to it. Though, as I was saying in the piece that I did actually yesterday morning about where we were and ticketing and costs and so on, I think for today the thing I'm looking at is just how concentrated the Fringe is, and does that make it a better Fringe? Does the fact that we are stuck in a place which is more concentrated, giving it more of a feel, more of something that allows us to believe that it has a future? Because when it's down to its core, it still exists. We still see Gilded Balloons here online. The Space are still here, both online and in person. The Pleasance is here. The assembly rooms, much though the venue here isn't operating, they have got a significant presence at the likes of the Roxy and in George Square. So, given all of those things, do we have future for the Fringe in 2022 that brings us close enough back to what it was before, or should we take some time to reevaluate? After all, let's be honest, the colleges and the universities and the drama schools are still going to punt out as many students in 2022 and 2023 as they did in 2021, 2020 and the preceding years. So there are going to be actors, there are going to be directors, there are going to be stage crew who are looking for some kind of product to practice their art on. So is that going to be something which just means we're going to have plenty of product that is still awaiting a venue, and therefore something like the Fringe is going to give us, or give them, the opportunity to showcase their wares, which in a way is what it was supposed to be about. That opportunity for those who are on the fringe of creative arts, a chance like those who are given that opportunity because of right of their majesty in the Edinburgh Festival itself, to produce, to access an audience. Who knows? And I suppose in a sense it's more fascinating for people like me than it is for the general public. Who cares when we are fighting a pandemic as to whether or not the arts and theatre and music and drama and dance are going to survive? And that, I suppose, is where we come in. It's our job to make people care, or to care enough that we demonstrate that through what we write, what we do. So for today, as I look for an independent coffee shop in order to get my caffeine fix before I go to my first appointment this morning, it's a day I'm very much looking forward to. and I will catch up with you later on when I come out with the final show. Cheers for now.